Hey guys, back for another video. And feels like I've been talking about making this video. I mean, ever since I've began my channel, I've been talking about making this video. And this video is my review of the Nano Cube 24 by JBJ. And so yeah, I'm not gonna waste too much time. Let's just get right into this. Okay, now first the hood. The hood right here has 4 vents. So there's great ventilation on this thing. 2 cooling fans right here. Very, very quiet, by the way. Does not make too much noise at all. When you're really close to the tank, like my camera is right now, you can hear it. But normally you cannot hear it. Pretty silent. Now right here is a switch for the moonlight LEDs. Now I'll turn off my daylights right here, my compact fluorescents. Now on this little module, I guess you would call it, there's this switch right here, and that turns off the lights, and I can turn on the moon lights. And right now, because it's not nighttime and there's still some light coming in, you really can't see it all that well, but at night it looks very, very nice. Now there they are, those 2 LEDs. So that's a great feature on this tank. I really love that. Now turn the lights again. So that's really, really bright. Don't want to hurt your eyes, but it's actually 2 36 watt compact fluorescent bulbs on there, and so that's 72 watts in total and 3 watts per gallon, which is fantastic. Great for corals and smaller anemones. So great for a reef tank. This is actually a reef ready tank. So you know, by just adding some additives, you can definitely keep corals in here. Now let's go to the filtration system. It's a three-stage filtration system. They're actually this first column here has 2 sponges, and then it goes down through these slits. It goes down, then up through the bio balls, the ceramic rings, and the chemi-pure, and the activated carbon. Then it goes back up through here and down into the 290 gallon per hour return pump that shoots it back into the tank. So great flow in this tank. It's really fantastic. So there are a few dead spots here and there in the tank, but not too much of a worry, especially if you're just going to keep fish. It's not going to be too much of a hassle dealing with that. Now it comes with all the filter media, which is fantastic. It comes with the ceramic rings, the bio balls, and 3 sponges. And it does not come with the activated carbon, but carbon's cheap, so it really doesn't matter. So yeah, it comes with all the filter media included, and 3-stage filtration, great flow, 290 gallons per hour. So yeah, the filtration is great on this tank, and the flow is fantastic. Of course, a power head wouldn't hurt. You could definitely add a power head. That would definitely help it out a bit, but it's really not too much of an issue here. Oh, one more thing. This is how it opens. Well, actually, here's this little hole where the cord comes from the return pump. And this little one's my thermometer. But a big problem here is it's a really, really tiny space you have here. So you'd really, if you're gonna add any more things to it, like a heater and different things like that, you're definitely gonna have to somehow make that bigger, that little space, because it's very, very small. It's barely enough room for these 2 little cords here. Now it shuts like this. One problem I've been having is this little thing here keeps getting caught, and it will fall into the tank, and I'll have to stick it back in. But really not too much of a problem, and that might just be my tank, so don't worry about that. And so that's what the hood looks like, and the lights, the filtration. So now the stand you see here, this stand, obviously this is not an aquarium stand actually. I got it from my cousins, and who didn't know what to do with it, so I got it from them, and it's a really nice stand. I mean, I don't know what type it is, so I have no idea what to tell you about that, but they do have a specific stand you can order specifically for the Nano Cube, and it comes in different sizes, and it actually comes from JBJ, their company, so it's specifically made for this tank. So I'm not really sure on the price on that stand, but definitely check that out. Dr. Foster and Smith Aquatics has that on there. I've seen that, but I do not remember the price. Now the price on the tank, I got mine for $240 from Dr. Foster and Smith Aquatics. But when I checked, I actually went on that website right before I recorded this video, and I checked on there, and the price is $260. So it went up a little in price. I got it on sale, so and so it's at the same place I got it, but it's a little bit higher in price. So, but it's really it's great, the deal you're getting. It's definitely worth it. Now, obviously one of the cons is the space they provide for the cords and the extra things like that. Now, the biggest problem I have with this tank is the fact that it's completely uncustomizable. You cannot, I mean, I bought the smallest protein skimmer I could find. It was like a little Marineland one, and it was not that great of a model, but you know, it's the only thing I could find. It's the only thing I could imagine could fit in my tank. So I bought it, and I tried adding it to my tank, and it did not fit. I mean, that's the smallest protein skimmer I could find online or in stores, and it did not fit. So really, you cannot add, I mean, unless you somehow change the hood or something, modified the hood, you can definitely not add a skimmer to this tank, which is obviously a huge problem because skimmers are such a vital addition to a tank, and they're such an important thing to have on your tank to keep it running successfully. That's definitely a huge con. But however, if you do keep up with your water changes like I do, you can definitely avoid having a skimmer. But I do water changes maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, and now the life on these bulbs, I honestly have no idea. If I were guessing, I'd probably say between a year and or maybe 2 years. I'm really not sure. That's a complete guess, and obviously because I have a Fowler tank with a few inverts, it's not a huge priority to look into that. But if you're definitely if you're expecting to keep a reef tank with corals and anemones and everything else, definitely investigate that more, because from what I've read and I've looked around, and I honestly cannot find exactly the life on these bulbs. But the bulbs are very cheap, so you know, they're not expensive, they're power compact, and they're very energy efficient, so they're very cheap too. So do not expect to be able to add a skimmer to this tank. There's absolutely no way. However, they do on the newer model of this tank, which is 28 gallons, and it's a bit more expensive. The filter section is separate from the hood, so that allows you to add a skimmer, which they've actually come out with a skimmer by JBJ. And here's the width of the filter, if you were wondering. It's about 4 inches, yeah, something like that, 4 inches, so it's a pretty nice sized filter. The measurements on the tank are 18 inches wide by 18 inches long and 20 inches tall. So a good sized tank. It's 24 gallons, 25 gallons if you count the filter in the back. Now, yeah, if you're not one of those people that can keep up with their water changes, or you're expecting to keep a heavy bio load on your tank, or you're not going to end up having a lot of cleanup crew members, definitely I can wholeheartedly I do not recommend this tank to you at all. There's no way in the world I would ever recommend this tank to a person that cannot keep up on the water changes, because this tank requires that you do. Because there's so much different things you cannot keep to make your maintenance easier on this tank. I definitely do not recommend you keep it if you're a very lazy aquarium keeper. Now, so the glass is not Starfire glass, but it still just the same is very, very clear, very easy to see through. You don't get that greenish tint like you do with some other aquariums. It's not Starfire exactly, but it's still very, very, very clear. Now, yeah, so if you have any questions about this tank, please hit up the comment section below and ask me some questions. I'd love to answer. I'd love to help you guys out. So thanks for watching, and comment, rate, subscribe. Thanks, guys. Bye.